श्वेता जी मेरी तरफ
मैम यहाँ पर देखिए सामने मेरे पास।
श्वेता जी मेरी तरफ
वहाँ से स्टार्ट
हाँ यहाँ पर भी हो जाएगा।
श्वेता जी मेरी तरफ
मैम लुक है श्वेता जी।
श्वेता जी थोड़ा
से आप ये हिट है सर मेरे पास देखिए
रोहित वाला डायलॉग
यहाँ पे
शूट करना
सर
देखें, बट ऑन अ सीरियस नोट गॉन गेम एज अ कॉन्सेप्ट इतना रेलिवेंट है एंड जितने भी बहुत सारे अच्छे शोज़ हैं, बहुत अच्छा कंटेंट आजकल आ रहा है, लेकिन जो लॉकडाउन में शूट हुआ था और लॉकडाउन की वजह से जो हुआ है, जो चेंजेस हुई हैं हमारी कहानियों में, हमारी रिलेशनशिप्स में, तो गॉन गेम सीज़न 1 और 2 में आप वो सब पूरा देख पाओगे. सो आई थिंक इट्स अ ग्रेट टाइम टू रिकैप सीज़न 1 क्योंकि 2 में तो बहुत मज़ा आने वाला है.
और प्लस सीज़न 2 का जो एडवांटेज है कि गॉन गेम 1 के जो यूएसपी थी कि जब हम एक्टर्स एक दूसरे को नहीं मिले थे और फिर भी लोगों ने सबकी परफॉर्मेंस को इतनी तारीफ़ की, सबको इतना इंट्रीगिंग लगा. और इस वक्त तो हम एक साथ हमने एक साथ परफॉर्म किया है, एक साथ हमने डायरेक्टर्स सेट पे था. लाइक लास्ट टाइम तो इवन द डायरेक्टर वाज ऑन आईपैड. सो यू विल सी अ लॉट मोर इंटेंसिटी एंड आई थिंक सो जो आप ट्रेलर देख रहे हो वो वाकई ट्रेलर है. 7 जुलाई को यू विल सी एग्जैक्टली व्हाट इट इज.
सीजन फर्स्ट की मैं बात करूँ, काफ़ी शूटिंग आप लोग ने अपने अपने घरों में की थी.
काफ़ी नहीं, हमने पूरी शूटिंग अपने घर में की
और
थी.
इस सीजन में भी व्हेन आई वाज सीइंग द ट्रेलर काफ़ी जन ने मास्क पहना था, तो तब भी शूट हुआ था ना?
नहीं, मास्क इसलिए नहीं पहना था क्योंकि वो शूटिंग का था. मास्क इसलिए पहना था कि वी वर स्टिल गोइंग ऑन विद द कंटिन्यूटी बिकॉज ये कोविड में शूट हो रही है. और कोविड में जैसे इसमें अगर कोई बाहर का आता है तो जब घर वालों का सीन है उसमें वी हैव केप्ट इट एज रियलिस्टिक एज पॉसिबल. जैसे जो हमारी जो रुखसार हुज प्लेइंग माय वाइफ, शी इज़ ऑब्सेस्ड बाय सैनिटाइज़र. तो वो सीन चलते चलते भी वी हैव केप्ट इट कि वो अपना हाथ करे. जो होता है आजकल घरों में, जो हो रहा था स्पेशली अभी पिछले 6 महीने से नहीं हो रहा है, बट टिल अबाउट 6 months बैक सब घर पे जब होते थे मास्क कोई घंटी बजती थी. आज भी अभी भी लगता है कि थोड़ा भी अभी फिर फियर होने लग गया है. तो घंटी बजती है तो इमीडिएटली मास्क पहनना पड़ता है. सो दैट्स द रीज़न वी आर वेयरिंग मास्क. इट्स नॉट द इज अ कंटिन्यूएशन कि वो बिकॉज ऑफ फर्स्ट सीजन है.
सर रियल लाइफ कैरेक्टर से आप लोग का ये कैरेक्टर कितना मिलता जुलता है और आप लोग का मतलब क्या क्या कैरेक्टर्स है इस फिल्म में, सीरीज में?
वेल लकीली मेरा जो राजीव गुजराल का कैरेक्टर है मेरे रियल लाइफ से बिल्कुल नहीं मिलता बिकॉज आई रियली love both my children equally. Or my son is not married, but when he gets married, I love my daughter-in-law also. But the similarity of the characterization is basically ये जो what all we went through in this 2 years in this COVID, that whole intrigue is there in that. When you see the show, you can feel that there is this virus is all around with the characters, with one of the character using the sanitizer. इतना beautifully used हुआ है वो कि the thriller aspect is not. It doesn't look like a documentary, which you felt in season 1 also. How well it was used कि वो हॉस्पिटल में, वो सीजन 1 में अभी भी याद है मुझे जब हम वो सीन कर रहे थे कि वो हॉस्पिटल में फ़ोन कर रहे हैं. एट दैट टाइम मेरे बेटे की डेथ हो गई है, बट वो बहुत लोगों के साथ उस वक्त हुआ था कि वो अपने बेटों की बॉडी लेने भी नहीं जा सकते थे कि हॉस्पिटल्स वर नॉट अलाउड. द फैमिली वाज नॉट अलाउड टू गो टू द हॉस्पिटल इफ द बॉडी हैड COVID or something. So we've used all those things in season 1, and even in season 2 we have used the realistic things of what is happening in this COVID in season 2 also.
सीजन 2 की मैं बात करूँ, CBI आ चुकी है सीजन 2 में. हमने देखा ट्रेलर में जैसे, तो क्या ये रियल लाइफ CBI जल्दी काम करेगा? क्योंकि रियल लाइफ CBI इतने जल्दी काम नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, तो ये रियल लाइफ में जो CBI है जल्दी काम कर पाएगा?
होपफुली हमें रियल लाइफ में CBI से कभी एक्सपीरियंस नहीं करना पड़ेगा. हमने ऑन स्क्रीन किया और उसमें बहुत मज़ा आया. एंड वायरस सीज़न 1 में था, एंड जैसे हमारी लाइफ से कोविड और वो वायरस नहीं निकला है, विच इज़ वाई द मास्क, विच इज़ वाई द फियर ऑफ व्हाट द वायरस कैन डू. तो वो एक लूमिंग विलन टाइप का हमारी लाइफ में अभी भी है. ऑल्सो वायरस ने और लॉकडाउन ने क्या किया, हमारी जो इनसिक्योरिटीज़ थी, हमारी जो पर्सनालिटी टाइप थी, उसको और अंडरलाइन कर दिया है, जो कि आप हमें हमारे किरदारों में भी देखोगे. And I think all of us are very different from what you see on screen. जैसे ही कट होता था तो हम लोग में इनफैक्ट जितना प्यार है, सर अपने बच्चों से तो बहुत प्यार करते हैं, लेकिन सर मुझसे भी बहुत प्यार करते हैं. वो हमारा से उतना नहीं करते होंगे. इनफैक्ट आई थिंक हमारा से भी करते हैं बट इट्स जस्ट दैट वो बैलेंस इज़ वेरी डिफरेंट. बट season 2 has been made with a lot of love. And thankfully, like sir said, that we were there for each other because energies and vibes make a huge difference. We had a blast, really a blast.
Also, I will add that we were all very fortunate. Season 1 में we had a very accomplished and excellent director, Nikhil Bhatt. And in season 2 again, a person who has come up ऑन बोर्ड. जब एक नया डायरेक्टर आता है, क्योंकि जब सब एक्टर्स ने तो ऑलरेडी सीजन 1 किया होता है, ही केम ऑन बोर्ड एंड द वे ही गॉट सो इन्वॉल्व Abhishek. So I think we were very fortunate to work with two excellent directors, and today whatever you're seeing is thanks to both of them.
The bar has been raised.
Yes, absolutely.
यूजुअली देखा जाता है कि सीजन 1 से जब कहानी सीजन 2 में जाती है तो कुछ कहीं ना कहीं लोगों को लगता है कि यार सेम कैरेक्टर्स हैं, या फिर कैसे इंटरेस्ट मतलब कि इतना पैदा नहीं हो पाता है जितना सीजन 1 में पैदा होता है. तो आप क्या कहेंगे इसके बारे में कि ये कितना इंटरेस्टिंग है और क्या लोग कितना हुक रहेंगे?
वेल, मुझे तो ट्रेलर देख के बहुत लगता है कि बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है. डेफिनेटली हमने कोशिश ये डेफिनेटली की है कि ये बोरिंग नहीं लगे, ऐसा लगे कि ये जो जर्नी है वो आगे बढ़ रही है. वो जो आपको स्टोरी में भी लगेगा कि जर्नी आगे बढ़ रही है. पहले ये था कि सीज़न 1 का था कि साहिल मर चुका है, और इस वक्त सीज़न 2 में है कि दे आर ट्राइंग टू प्रूव साहिल इज़ नॉट डेड, एंड वो सुहानी की कहानी है और ये सब है. सो डेफिनेटली वी आर, विदाउट गिविंग एनी स्पॉयलर्स, इट डेफिनेटली इज़ अ स्टेप अहेड. इट इज़ नथिंग टू डू विथ द कैरेक्टर्स आर द सेम, बट इट्स डेफिनेटली मूविंग अहेड. इट्स नॉट कि हमने खाली गॉन गेम उसका नाम रखा हुआ है. लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स आप इंग्लिश शो भी देखते हैं कि वो शो का नाम सेम रहता है, बट वो कंटिन्यूशन नहीं होती है स्टोरी की. It just the name is the same and the story is very different. But here the characters are actually moving ahead with where we left in season 1.
मेरा एक आखिरी सवाल, 2 सवाल होगा उसमें.
2000 ढाई ले ले तू यार.
पहला सवाल, क्या सीजन 3 देखने मिल पाएगा? और दूसरा सवाल, मिर्ज़ापुर का सीजन 3 शुरुआत हो चुकी है, शूटिंग स्टार्टेड, कब तक देखने मिलेगा?
गॉन गेम का ही मैं तो आंसर कर सकता हूँ. मिर्ज़ापुर का तो ये देंगी. गॉन गेम बच्चा अभी इस वक्त हम सोच रहे हैं गॉन गेम सीजन 2 का. इट्स टू अर्ली टू टॉक अबाउट सीजन 3, बट डेफिनेटली द वे Woot has backed us, they will definitely back us again. The show is very good, and if now it depends on the audience. If audience loves the show, I'm sure we will go ahead with season 3 also. Actually, I want to, because I want to continue working with these wonderful actors.
What about Mirzapur season 3? The shooting has already started. When it is going to come? This year, next year?
हमारे गॉन गेम में आप मिर्ज़ापुर की बात नहीं करोगे.
How long we have to wait for? Fans have to wait for?
मुझे लगता है कुछ भी अच्छा बनने के लिए वक्त देना चाहिए, एंड जो कि थैंकफुली इवन गॉन गेम को दिया गया, एंड इवन मिर्ज़ापुर का शूट चालू हो चुका है. और अगले साल जैसे ही रेडी होगा आप लोग को देखने को मिलेगा. बट हाँ, या थैंक यू.
Happy birthday.
Letting me be dead.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
मैम यहाँ पे
Center. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Ma'am, okay. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
I'll start with you. सीजन 2 में शुरुआत आपकी हो चुकी है सीबीआई के कैरेक्टर से. पहले तो बताइए सीबीआई के कैरेक्टर को कितना एंजॉय किया आपने सीजन 2 में?
मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा एंजॉय किया ऑनेस्टली, बिकॉज जैसे ही मैं रूम में एंटर होती थी सब डर जाते थे, मुझसे नहीं मेरे कैरेक्टर से. इवन संजय सर और एवरीवन, यू नो, सडनली दे यूज्ड टू हैव दिस थिंग के like they were all trying to hide their real faces. So I felt very powerful, and I really enjoyed that, because otherwise the last show that I did had a very emotional graph and I was always crying and I was always broken. So this felt very different, and nice.
एंड व्हाट डू यू वांट टू से सीजन 1 की शुरुआत एंड में काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग थी, वहाँ से समझ गए थे दैट सीजन 2 इज गोइंग टू हैपन. व्हाट काइंड ऑफ रिस्पॉन्स यू आर गेटिंग फ्रॉम द ट्रेलर? सीजन 2 का ट्रेलर काफ़ी अमेजिंग है.
हाँ, पहले तो मेरा खुद का रिस्पॉन्स आई वांट टू दिस थिंग, बिकॉज क्या है ना, मैंने एज एन एक्टर मैंने ये स्क्रिप्ट नहीं पढ़े सीज़न 2 के, सीज़न 1 के भी सीज़न 2 के भी, क्योंकि मेरा कैरेक्टर इतना इज़ ऑन हिज ओन ट्रैक. तो मैंने बाकी कैरेक्टर्स के साथ क्या हो रहा है मुझे इसमें मालूम ही नहीं है. तो मैंने भी जब ट्रेलर देखा तो सबसे पहले तो मैं इतना शॉक हो गया कि माई गॉड दिस इज़ लुकिंग सो गुड. तो आई एम वेरी एक्साइटेड एंड the audience reaction also I can see from all your reactions that you're all waiting for this. Yeah.
अर्जुन जी, आपके कैरेक्टर की बात की जाए तो आपका कैरेक्टर जो है डेथ हो चुकी है उसकी, और आप साहिल का कैरेक्टर आप प्ले कर रहे हैं.
हाँ,
तो आपके कैरेक्टर की डेथ हो चुकी है और आप जो है
नहीं, लोग सोचते हैं उसकी डेथ हो चुकी.
हाँ, तो मतलब ये सीज़न में भी आप दिखाई नहीं देंगे, मतलब तलाश जारी है आपके ये रहने की, मतलब आप जिंदा हैं कि नहीं है, तो वो
नहीं. हाँ, मतलब साहिल जिंदा है. या नहीं, वो ट्रेलर में लाइन थी, साहिल जिंदा है. एनीवे, हाँ, नहीं कह रहे, आपने पूरा नहीं देखा? ले, तो मैं क्या, मैं आपको रिकैप थोड़ी दूंगा यहाँ पर यार.
नहीं, फिर भी मतलब आपके कैरेक्टर की बात की जाए तो आप जिंदा नहीं रह के भी आपको कितना मुश्किल था कि अपने आप को साबित करना कि आप जिंदा हैं कि नहीं.
नहीं, लेकिन जिंदा है.
अच्छा, हाँ, तो जिंदा है.
हाँ, कैरेक्टर जिंदा है. अब सीजन 1 पूरा देखो ज़रूर, और फिर आप फ़ोन करके सवाल पूछना मुझे फिर से.
सीजन 2 की मैं बात करूँ,
Yes.
सीबीआई आ चुकी है. मैं आपसे जानना चाहूँगा,
हाँ.
CBI आ चुकी है.
सीबीआई केस सॉल्व कर रही है, बिकॉज रियल लाइफ सीबीआई इज नॉट डूइंग, दे आर गोइंग वेरी स्लो. तो रियल लाइफ में सीबीआई केस फास्ट सॉल्व कर रही है.
आई थिंक सो. रियल लाइफ के बारे में तो मैं कम ही बोलूँ तो अच्छा है, लेकिन आई थिंक इन दिस केस आई थिंक शी इज़ वेरी कॉम्पिटेंट, एंड इनको जो भी टास्क दिया जाए ये बहुत अच्छे से सॉल्व कर पाएंगे.
ये मिनी सीरीज है तो ऑफ कोर्स रियल लाइफ में जल्दी केस सॉल्व हो जाएगा.
When you got to know about your role, what was your thought process? कि क्या कुछ मन में चल रहा था तभी जब आपको आपके रोल के बारे में नरेट किया?
I was just very excited to be a part of the show and this very talented cast. And I watched season 1, तो मुझे बहुत ही अच्छा लगा था season 1. तो मैं बहुत एक्साइटेड थी सबको मिलने के लिए, सबके साथ काम करने के लिए और सबसे सीखने के लिए. अनफॉर्चुनेटली मुझे आज उनसे सीखने मिल रहा है, क्योंकि शो के बारे में बताना चाहिए नहीं, वैसे हमारे इतने सीन्स नहीं थे साथ में. बट so yeah, it's been a lot of fun, it's been a lot of learning, and of course it's a different character for me, so there was a good amount of preparation that went into it with the director Abhishek Sen Gupta. आई थिंक वो भी नए आए थे सीज़न पे और मैं भी नई आई थी, तो आई थिंक उन्होंने भी यही बोला कि बाकी सबका तो सेट है तो हम अपना कुछ सेट करते हैं, बिकॉज द ओनली पर्सन ही कुड रियली प्ले विद इन टर्म्स ऑफ टोनैलिटी एंड लुक एंड हाउ दिस कैरेक्टर वुड बी वॉज माई कैरेक्टर, बिकॉज बाकी सबका उनको अपना अपना ग्राफ, मतलब इस सीज़न का नहीं बट अपना अपना पता था कि वो कहाँ से आ रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं. सो आई थिंक मी एंड अभिषेक जो डायरेक्टर हैं, हमने बहुत जैमिंग की और बहुत मज़ा आया. और ही वो शौक कि उनको सीबीआई का कैरेक्टर जो इस शो में देखेंगे वो बाकी सब शो से थोड़ा अलग रखना था उनको, इन टर्म्स ऑफ लुक ऑल्सो एंड इन टर्म्स ऑफ टोनैलिटी एंड हाउ शी विल बी ऑल्सो. सो हमने वो कोशिश की है. अब देखो आप लोगों को कैसे लगता है.
अर्जुन, आपसे जानना चाहेंगे कि आपका कैरेक्टर कितना रियल लाइफ में कितना सेम है और मतलब रियल लाइफ में कितना.
सो मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ कि हम एज एक्टर्स एंड एज पीपल हम में हर क्वालिटी होती है. तो जब एज एक्टर हमें कोई रोल मिलता है तो हम उस एक पर्टिकुलर एस्पेक्ट ऑफ अपनी लाइफ में टैप इन करते हैं, क्योंकि वो सब क्वालिटीज़ हम में होती हैं. सो आई थिंक शर्मिला गुप्ता जो मेरे कैरेक्टर का नाम है वो काफ़ी कॉम्पिटेंट है, काफ़ी डेडिकेटेड है. शी गोज़ टूवर्ड्स हर गोल यू नो विद ब्लाइंडर्स ऑन एंड शी वांट्स टू हेल्प पीपल आउट, बिकॉज एक स्कैम हुआ है और लोगों को ढूंढ रही है. तो आई थिंक ये सारी अच्छी क्वालिटीज़ भी हैं मुझ में, तो वो टैप करना ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट नहीं था इसमें. I shouldn't say a lot about the character because I'm like excited, but yeah, it was a lot of fun.
सीजन सीजन 1 पूरा पैंडेमिक में शूट हुआ था, घरों में शूट हुआ था. सीजन 2 में क्या कुछ डिफिकल्टी फेस किया? क्योंकि हमने ट्रेलर में देखा पीपल वर वेयरिंग मास्क ऑल द टाइम. तो ये सीजन 2 की शुरुआत पहले से हो चुकी है या रिसेंटली इट हैज बीन शॉट?
नहीं, आई मीन शूट तो हो गया, 1 साल हो गया शूट होते हुए. एक्चुअली जब शूट हुआ था इट वाज क्वाइट क्लोज आफ्टर द सेकेंड वेव that had happened. So a lot had happened between the shoot of season 1 and season 2. मतलब season 1 में तो of course हमने पूरे लॉकडाउन में शूट किया, पर जब तक हमने season 2 शूट किया तब तक हम लॉकडाउन खुल चुका था, सेकेंड लॉकडाउन हो चुका था, उसके बाद हमने season 2 शूट किया. तो बट लिमिटेशंस कम थी in terms of just the way we were shooting. Like ये season कम से कम हम घर के बाहर as a normal शूट कर सके विद अ क्रू एंड यू नो मैनी अदर लग्जरीज विच वी टेक फॉर ग्रांटेड जो सीजन 1 में नहीं थी. तो दैट वाज नॉट अ न्यू एक्सपीरियंस, दैट वाज लाइक एनी अदर शूट टू बी ऑनेस्ट. बट फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर शो इट वाज अ न्यू थिंग बिकॉज इस शो का जो ओरिजिनल कॉन्सेप्ट था वो सीजन 1 में कुछ और ही था और सीजन 2 में एक्सपैंड हो गया. तो या
And after completing this season 2 episode, can we see the season 3?
सर वो वूट वाले यहीं कहीं बैठे प्लीज़ उनसे पूछिए.
आई एम श्योर अगर सीजन 2 सबको अच्छा लगेगा तो आई एम श्योर सीजन 3 भी आएगा. CBI होगा कि नहीं पता नहीं.
And what about Made in Heaven season 2?
वो मैं शूट कर चुका हूँ और आएगा.
When it is going to be?
आप गॉन गेम के प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस पे आए हो सर. सर आप लोग के हिसाब से क्या USP रहेगी इस सीरीज़ की और क्या लोगों को क्या पसंद रहेगा देखने में?
I mean the series is a beast of its own यार. It's a one of its kind. जो सीजन 1 था वो तो मेरे ख्याल से सिर्फ इंडिया ही में नहीं बल्कि इट माइट हैव बीन वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट इन द वर्ल्ड जो कि इस तरह लॉकडाउन में कंसीव भी हुआ, लिखा गया, शूट भी हुआ, प्रमोट भी हुआ, रिलीज़ भी हुआ, सब कुछ पहले लॉकडाउन में. So in that sense it's a completely unique thing and I think beyond that the cast that we have, the thriller aspect of the show, I mean all of it these are all USPs. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So first of all tell us about the Gone game. What is this Gone game all about?
So have you seen Gone Game 1? So Gone Game.
Read the synopsis and these things. So it's like.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
We have just heard the synopsis and read the synopsis and all.
Okay, so Gone Game 1 was about a family called the Gujral family, which the father is Sanjay Kapoor, mother is Rukhsar ma'am, and then they have 2 kids. One is Arjun, that is being played. Arjun is playing Sahil Gujral's character. And Amara Gujral is Shweta, and Arjun's wife is being played by Shriya. That is Suhani Gujral. And I play Arjun's friend who is a doctor. My name is Pratik Jindal. And then there is another cop, not a cop, another guy played by Debuda. So what happens is Arjun comes up with an idea of making a lot of money and he shares it with me and I reluctantly agree to it. And then he is able to scam and take that money and he disappears. And once he disappears, then the suspicion is on me and Shriya, that's his wife. And we both get arrested and we are interrogated and all that. The entire family is also interrogated. So the whole thing is that whether Arjun has done it himself or whether the whole family is involved in it, whether they all knew. And Arjun has died. And by in the end of the first season, I say that Arjun has not died, Arjun is alive, but no one listens to me. I say that this was his plan, he is not supposed to die, he has not died. But all the proof is that he has died. The second season continues from there where we are still in jail and we are being interrogated and all and we come out. And then there are things that happen that whether Arjun is alive, not alive, if he is alive, where is he, what is he doing, is the entire family involved. So then things start getting opening up also and getting more complex also. So it's a thriller, so it's going to be like
last 2 years people were waiting for the Gone game. So in the first season when we talk about it was shot in the pandemic, you guys face lots of problems. This season, we have seen the trailer. Whole people were wearing masks. So it was also shot during the pandemic, or
No. Second season is completely shot now. So it was a post-lockdown. Pandemic is still there, but lockdown wasn't there. So first season we shot all of these, all the whole entire series in our houses with our phone cameras and all. Second season we have shot properly, like with film equipment and with people and production and locations and all. So yeah, but I think Gone Game, the way it worked in the first season is not because of the fact that it was self-shot. Whereas a lot of people did a lot of work with their own cameras during the pandemic. A lot of small films and all were made in houses and all. But not everything has worked. So what has worked is where the content is great. So I think Gone Game's content was very good, and that's why it has worked. In second season, although we have shot it completely professionally, but the content is great. So I don't think how it has been shot makes any difference.
And now the case went for the CBI. Tell us something about it, and
Yeah, so now the Sahil is missing. It's been assumed he's dead. I am adamant about the fact that he's not dead. He's alive. So that's a suspense. And what has happened, how the money has been, how he has disappeared, how the plan has worked. And in this season there is Suhani also gets shot. Suhani Gujral. So then the CBI takes up the investigation, and CBI investigation is being led by Harleen. Why am I thinking Jasleen? Sorry, Harleen. Yeah, it's being led by Harleen. So she has a very important role to play this season. A very important character. So I think it'll add to the story, because in the first part there was no such no such representation from the law enforcement agencies. But this time there's a proper CBI person.
Will this CBI will solve this case? Because we know
I can't tell you that.
In the real life, CBI takes much time.
Yes, so I can't tell you that whether she'll be solving it, not solving it, whether the final culprit will be caught or not. I can't tell you that. That's for you to watch. But she definitely has a very significant role.
And after the trailer got released of Gone Game 2, what kind of response you are getting from the fans?
See, from the trailer, the response has been great, because Gone Game 1 had is a brand now, because it worked. So since it worked, so there are people who are actually waiting to watch Gone Game 2, and I think the trailer is very slick and very, very intriguing. So definitely, but nowadays, what I have observed is that almost all the projects, be it web or be it films or the trailers are great. Everyone is making great trailers, and so many times so I have been fooled looking at a trailer and thinking that wow, what a trailer, but then the film or the project doesn't turn out to be like that. It has happened with me. But I can assure you that Gone Game, as much intriguing the trailer is, the main product is also going to be intriguing and very, very thrilling and very gripping.
Sir, talking about the Gone Game season 1, sir. From season 1 to season 2, how was your journey? And do you think that the audience doesn't feel so much interested if season 2 comes, or they does not feel connected to it? And so what is the reason to it?
No, it's not that. I don't really think that is there is anything like that, because I feel, say for example, Mirzapur season 2 is also a huge success, right? So I don't think it's that season 1, the way they've got connected, season 2 it doesn't happen. Yes, it happens that if there is any concept which is very new and very fresh and very different, so season 1, the kind of novelty it has, season 2 it loses the novelty, because you've already seen that. I'll give you an example, like Sacred Games. When it came, Sacred Games, we loved it. So season 2 was not made any bad, but because we had already seen that, the second season it doesn't excite us as much, because we have seen that flavor. So that usually happens. But I think if you are able to, that's a challenge for makers. If you are able to carry the essence of the first season, but make a content which is very gripping and where it's engaging for the audience. So it doesn't matter if it's second season. Second season can actually be better than first season.
Do you think it's a big responsibility for the actors also to do well in the second season, so that not only the makers but the actors also should...
See, it's a responsibility of the actors to deliver every time, be it first season, second season or 10th season. So and once an actor gets into the character, then he knows what the character is and he'll behave according to the character. So I think the subsequent seasons is more about the writing. Because actor will remain in the, because it can't happen that in the first part if I have played Pratik Jindal, second part I am suddenly not Pratik Jindal. So I will continue being Pratik Jindal, Suhani will continue being Suhani because she's aware of how she has to play it. But it all depends on the content, it all depends on the scenes and the story and how it is going.
And when the first season got end, it was written that second season is going to come.
Yeah.
So once you got to know about the second season, what was your thought process for that onwards?
No, I mean, nowadays for every show we know that once a season is made, it is left in such a way that there can be chance of another one if it works. So Gone Game also we knew that if it works then there will be chance, and very soon we came to know because very soon it became very known that it has worked actually. So now for the second season we only waited to see where they want to take the story. So this long period of wait was only because they were developing a story, like how to take the first season into the second season, what all is going to happen. So that was it. We knew it was going to happen. We are also curious as to what they are going to show in the second season, but we are very happy with whatever has been written and how we have been able to execute it. I think we are really happy about it.
And we have seen you doing different roles. This is especially I have seen this is the first time you are doing the trailer or like something. So especially talking about you, what kind of roles do you love to do?
So this is not the first thriller. I have done many thrillers before, and so I have no specific, liking as to that I would want to this kind of role. Or I could do something funny. I could do something very intense. I could do something very social. I can do something very sad or very happy. But because every actor has a personality, and he or she would feel more comfortable doing some role because it's closer to their personality. So I feel the more intense, silent kind of characters are easier for me to play because I'm a person like that. But that doesn't mean that I can't play anything else. But if you ask me what is your comfort zone, that is because of the person I am, so that becomes my comfort zone.
And sir, talking about your character in the previous series in Broken News, you have played a lover who loves Sonali Bendre, but you can't admit...
Broken News. No, I can admit I am having an affair relationship properly with her. But I can't leave my wife.
Yeah, you can't leave your wife. Sir.
Yeah.
And in Mithya also we have seen that there was a problem in your marriage.
No, in Mithya there was no problem in my marriage.
There was a problem.
No, the problem was in Huma's marriage. Huma asks me that if my marriage is 100% perfect, and I say that no marriages can be 100% perfect. Yeah. But I am not having an affair with Huma in Mithya. In Mithya, it's Huma who thinks.
But you have got the liking.
No, I don't have any liking actually. If you see, I'm just a friend. It's only that Huma at one point of time fantasizes about a scene. But we actually do not have any relationship. We are just very good friends.
And how do you see the era of OTT? Like now you have explored many things in OTT. As an actor, how do you feel about the OTT? What do you want to say about it?
I think it's a blessing for us OTT really, because all actors mostly I feel or assume that we all want to do cinema, because cinema is the best canvas out there to express yourself artistically. But then there are how many cinemas being made? Number of cinemas is limited, and also there is a star system in movies, as we know. So the amount of actors and the number of actors you can absorb is limited. But since OTT has come, so there are so many OTT platforms, and there's so much of content being made, and they're long content, like 10 episodes, 8 episodes. So there are too many characters per show. So that opens up a huge opportunity for actors, because more actors are getting absorbed in it. So I feel OTT, anyone who always wish to do quality work or do quality work in movies, not movies as such, because bad movies also get made, but quality work in movies, but hasn't got so many opportunities as he or she would have liked. OTT is the saving grace. Like OTT gives you the same pleasure as it would to be acting in a film, or maybe sometimes more, because OTT has some stories are, I think, better than cinema.
Do you believe that it's now like the huge number? Because when we take the example of a movie got released on Friday. By the Saturday, it's get the fully HD videos will be there in the pirated websites. I would name that. Now the digital, we have this handset in our hand. We see it. So do you think after 5 years or like after 3 years, let's talk about shorter version. After 3 years, it will be the huge impact on the Bollywood also. In fact, all the OTT platforms.
Matlab OTT will have an impact on Bollywood. That's
Impact.
OTT already has a huge impact on Bollywood, but I still feel as a viewer, I can't talk about others, I can tell about myself. As a viewer, if I want to watch a film on screen, I will go and watch that film on screen. So, for example, when a Gangubai releases, I know that if I wait for 3 months, I'll be able to watch Gangubai on OTT. But I feel Gangubai needs a cinematic experience. Like for example, right now that Top Gun came, Maverick. I know that if I wait for some time, it will be on OTT. But I want to watch Maverick on the big screen. So I think cinema has its place. Like OTT can't replace cinema. The experience of cinema you can't replace. But yes, more viewing is going to happen through OTT, that's for sure. Now if people are going to cinema to watch a movie they want to watch in the cinemas. So today when a movie releases, no one runs to the cinema hall. But if a movie releases that people have been waiting for and they especially want to go and watch in the cinema hall, they definitely do that. So I was talking to someone that day and we were talking about some film and he said, I'm not getting time to watch it. I want to go and watch it in cinema hall. So there are films which you want to watch in cinema halls. But OTT will have an impact for sure.
So talking about you in person, do you find that you have worked in your dream role or still it's pending?
I do not have any dream role. I had a dream role, but that's in that was a Bengali character, and fortunately I am actually shooting for it right now. So I have got that role, honestly, which I always wanted to play.
I would like to add one question. Any dream director would you love to work with? Like now you have worked with so many directors in Bengali also, in fact in Hindi OTT platforms. In future, if you would love to...
See, there are too many of them. Like, if you ask me movies, cinema, the people who do, I would want to work with Anurag Kashyap, I would want to work with Dibakar Banerjee, with Imtiaz Ali, with Farhan Akhtar is not directing much nowadays, but I loved his direction. I like Sudhir Mishra. I like Vishal Bharadwaj. Specifically, very very recently, one person who I would definitely want to work with, like who suddenly is in my this thing, I just want to work with this guy is Hansal Mehta. So after I saw Scam and I thought that my God, I need to be a part of his team. So I don't know, whenever, fingers crossed, whenever I get the chance.
So last one question, sir. What is the On Game Season 2 USP? So what according to you will attract the viewers?
I think it's the storyline. It's the whole content. It's how the script is written and the performances. That should be the USP of every project. That's what I feel. So Gone Game, I feel we are completely counting on the content.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
क्या बात
चलो भाई
Thank you.
केक खिलाइए
हैप्पी बर्थडे
Let's do this.
अरे प्लीज कोई टिश्यू दे दो मुझे प्लीज
सब इनको करेंगे राइट
ताकि इनकी खिचड़ी वाली दाल डाल
You want me to take it myself? Iतना strict.
नहीं आया मैं तो खाता ही नहीं टिश्यू का ढूंढो सबको केक भी मिला What about you?
Solo.
May I give this to you?
Becoming a hit.
भाई लाइट बंद करने बोलो।
अरे पीछे का लाइट बोलो ना, बंद लाइट बंद कर
सर थोड़ा सेंटर की स्लाइड यस प्लीज या
चलो क्या
यस यस
संजय सर यहाँ पे
संजय सर या यस मैम या या
मैम लुक क्या
मैम मैम सेंटर या यस
आइए सर